Oh yeah, no cold opening today. Oh no, we're just jumping right into it. Lofi Poli Sci coming at you all hot live with another Tuesday's Top 10. And today, we're looking at 10 of the most powerful monarchs alive in the world. Now, let's be clear. This is not like last week's list of longest ruling dictators, because many of them were not monarchs. They weren't kings or sheiks or sultans. And neither is this list the most repressive dictators alive today. No. Because again, this list would have non monarchs on it. But our list today is just looking at royal families that exist in the world and that are still extremely powerful and rule in their country. So they may not be actual, fully absolute monarchies, but many of them are, and some of them are right on the edge of it. And so our list is 10 of the most powerful royal rulers on earth that are still alive. Now, notice we said 10 of the most powerful and not the most powerful, because making that kind of argument is just a little bit more subjective than we want to go. And we will be using Freedom House's democracy scores from 0 to 100 on all of these countries. That way you have a little bit of perspective. And 0 is completely not free, and 100 being totally free and democratic. And spoiler alert, ain't none of these places free. And apologies up front, because I am going to mispronounce several of these monarchs' names. But then again, I will not apologize for mispronouncing the name of a person who believes the blood in their veins makes them better than us. Oh, no, bloodlines and bullshit. We'll talk about that after. Now, let's jump into it, the list. And coming in at number 10, in the country of Kuwait, Imar Nawaf al-Ahmad al-Jabbar al-Sabah, a Freedom House score of the country of 37 out of 100. Number 9, Jordan, King Abdullah II, a 34 out of 100 Freedom House score. Number 8, Brunei, Sultan Hassan al-Bolkiah, a Freedom House score of 28 out of 100. Number 7, Qatar, Amir Tamim bin Hamad, a 25 out of 100 Freedom House score. Number 6, Oman, Sultan Haytham bin Tariq, a 23 out of 100 Freedom House score. And now to our top 5. Number 5, Eswatini, King Mswati III, and a Freedom House score of 19 out of 100. Number 4, the United Arab Emirates, and President of the UAE, Sheikh Khalifa, Emir of Abu Dhabi, and a 17 out of 100 Freedom House score. Number 3, Bahrain, King Hamad bin Isa al Khalifa, a 12 out of 100 Freedom House score. Number 2, Saudi Arabia, King Salman bin Abdulaziz, a 7 out of 100 Freedom House score. And number 1, the Vatican, Jorge Mario Bergoglio, a.k.a. Pope Francis. Freedom House score? Unknown. And go ahead and come at me for putting the Pope and the Vatican there at number 1. I'm waiting for you. But it says something when Freedom House just conveniently doesn't have a democracy score for the Vatican. Really, Freedom House? Really? I mean, you give scores to lots of territories and places that aren't technically countries, but yet you conveniently miss out on the Vatican. Find this curious, yes. And I did look for it, my friends. I even looked under the Holy See, but it ain't there. And let's be real, the Pope ain't exactly elected by popular vote. Now, is he the key word there? No women in that royal family, And furthermore, it's not a regularly scheduled election now, is it? I mean, it is for life. And they rule over, what's that phrasing? People of, their entire religion, meaning people of all countries of the world? And they claim them as their flock. Sure, you say flock, we say donors for the collection plate. You say Catholic Charities, we say one of the largest and richest landowners on earth. And if you didn't know, now you know. But look, this list, while it is in order of Freedom House scores, again, that still doesn't mean that these monarchs are the most powerful monarchs today. And again, that's a subjective list. And you could very easily make an argument that, for instance, the King of Saudi Arabia shouldn't even be on this list, and his son, MBS, really has most of the power these days. And you could also, most certainly, make a case that Kim Jong-un should be on this list from North Korea because, although he does not have the title of king, he is third generation in a family to rule the country. And it's hereditary, it's bloodline. And let's be real, Lo-Fi listeners out there, it's bullshit. Bloodlines and bullshit, yes, indeed. You see, it's simply ridiculous to think that absolute monarchies exist today in 2021. I mean, that is, unless you're not a fan of something called universal human rights. And let's be real, not everyone likes universal human rights. Not everyone believes people are equal. Not everyone believes men and women are equal. Not everyone believes young and old are equal. Not everyone believes educated and uneducated are equal. Not everyone believes people of different races are equal. People of different ethnicities are equal. People of different linguistic backgrounds are equal. I mean, for real, people, the idea of a monarchy, of royalty, is nothing more than institutionalized discrimination. It's legal discrimination. It's point-blank saying and putting into law that these certain individuals, due to the randomness of birth and bloodlines, are more important, more entitled, and thereby above other human beings. This directly goes against the very notion of universal human rights. But then again, not everyone believes people are equal. But for our part, we here at Lofi Poli Sci, we're simply going to go ahead and call that bloodlines and bullshit. But hey, you call it what you want, because you're free to think of it in your own way. Now take from that what you may. And that's this Tuesday's Top 10 list. Do you have your own top 10 ideas out there? Send them on in. And do you have good news to share? Send that in too. We want to hear it, people. Always remember that Lofi Poli Sci is more than just me. It's the we that we be. Peace and well-being to all my human beings out there. Much love and always the best. Pickering signing off, but not out.